when it wakes up on YouTube. Hopefully we'll have a few.
So sometimes it takes a few. There it goes. Let me mute it. And I will send the tweet. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the Big Tweezers channel and our Great War in Europe live stream playthrough. It's our second video, and I'm here with my erstwhile opponent, Pat. Say hi, Pat.
Guten Tag, Pat.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Oh, so this is a little getting into character there, I think. Right. Well, as I say, we're on the 2nd August turn, and the situation is of course interesting. And I've set it up so that we both have the west and east map on the screen at the same time for the stream. So, and it's west east as in left and right. And of course, for the first movement phase, Pat will be working on the west map. I'll be on the east map, and then we'll switch over after a mutual combat phase. So right, if there's anybody out there, can just drop us a note in the chat to say they can hear us okay. That would be very useful. And
it makes us feel better. Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Makes us feel better.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be an interesting. There was because of the pre-war chits, there was a distinct lack of combat on the West Front, other than a couple of successful, I might add, probably too successful to your taste, attacks by the French, but there was, no one to kill, that first turn.
In the way. Yeah, it was just a breeze through Belgium.
Yeah.
Well, east was not quite so quiet.
No, quite bloody, and they're pretty much in a not allied friendly way, I would say. It was
No.
The Russians.
Yep, we got somewhere, but not very far.
But there's more of those Russians coming. So all right, I guess we should we start with movement.
David. Good to see you again, David. Thanks for letting me play. Let's crack on. So
good to have you,
normally we'd have the chit segment, picking chits, but we don't have any chits, so we just get on with the movement phase. So we'll be doing this simultaneously. So if you can keep one eye on each of the screens, you can see what's going on. Right, off we go, I suppose.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8. Nine, 10. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just going to do that. So quiet.
Yeah.
So quiet. Yes, they're cavalry divisions, Wes. Indeed. So as you see, I'm trying to. The hammer's going to come down with the main divisions there from the three armies, but I've kind of sent the cavalry out doing two things. I've grabbed every town, city, port, everything that I can up to really from a line from like Abbeville, from Abbeville to what is it, Aumale, Montdidier, etc. Everything back there in northern France is currently German control, right? So my plan is I've grabbed all that stuff, all that stuff in the rear will be grabbed. So my plan is I'm going to try to put Maubeuge and Lille out of supply and not worry about them now and focus on the main attack. And it also means like when he gets reinforcements and later can do strategic moves, those are locations he can't do anything about. So I'm trying to cause him a dilemma right now about, does he want to have this weird irregular line, or does he want to like stay behind rivers that he knows are a sure thing, or at least like a line, say from Le Havre to Rouen and then use the Seine, or does he want to kind of get in the middle there and push me back to the Somme later if things don't go well? So kind of to your point, Wes, the earlier where you're like, I wonder if that Schlieffen thing will work. Maybe it won't. Well, I'm kind of betting that it won't, but I'm trying to grab a lot of territory. The flip side is, yes, they are all in supply because since I've taken these towns and cities, I'm then in town supply all the way back. So if you see like Reims, for instance, there traces back to Soissons, then Compiègne, then Montdidier, then Amiens, then Albert, blah, 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 all the way back around to Germany. So I hope that kind of answers your questions for you. So I'm, making use of the cavalry in a way that they didn't in the because they didn't really have a use for it. I'm using it to like, now of course those guys, he could like counterattack and wipe those guys out later. But what I'm trying to do now is, if you're going to build reinforcements or strategically move to set up a line, I want it to be way far south of where you see that French line now, if that makes any sense. Yeah. That's my end state here. So let's see. Speaking of the first, second, and third armies, let's take care of those guys. So. One, 3, 5, 7, 8.
So I'm pretty much done on the east.
I'm almost done. As you know, I got a lot to move.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So let's see here.
So we'll see that on the
1, 2, 3, 6, 7.
Quite that zoomed in.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I see we're up to a fair few watching now, so welcome to the channel.
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people showed up.
Yeah.
this World War I thing is just known for its lightning moves, and everyone's just fascinated with it. All right,
Absolutely.
so let's see. 1, 2.
Yeah, let's
Three,
see how many of you turn up
4,
for strategic turn
5,
P.
6.
Been through the couple of years slog.
8. And now, poor von Kluck, von Bülow, and von Hausen are like, wait for us. That's kind of historical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. I believe I am done in the West.
Right, okay.
So yeah, to orient you, I mean, because like a lot's happened. I explained on the chat, but you'll see. At basic, I went through Montdidier,
Yeah.
so and Amiens on the way. So all those locations have been grabbed, as you see. Right. So your forward towns for next are like Dieppe, Rouen. Is it Rouen or Rouen?
Rouen,
Rouen,
Pontoise,
Pontoise, Château-Thierry.
yeah.
Right.
Leon.
And Leon.
Did you go through Leon? Leon?
No, I did not go through Leon.
Okay.
So Leon, Raphael. I did, however, go through Mézières in the Ardennes. Kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And we'll see what happens. So all right. So I guess it's attack timies, and boy, do I have a lot of them.
Okay.
So I think the first thing we'll do is just the what I'm calling the still mobile wing, which is kind of at the end with your cavalry. The guys who basically aren't. I'm planning to keep pushing forward. They're all going to attack the poor little first group who's going to die. Yeah. So that's.
Does he take anybody with him? Basically,
16 plus. I don't think he's going to take anybody with him.
No.
16 plus 24 is 40. So that's a 20-1.
Right. So there's lots of pluses there.
Yeah.
So, it's guaranteed 0E.
Right.
On the CRTA. So yeah, I'll just take it off.
The poor guy dies.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now for the next attack. Let's see. That's 24. It's probably going to be a 4-1. 24. So that would be a 4-1, but with the river, let me see. Let me do a little math. This is the only one. This one's a little tricky. If I do everything across the river, it's one left, which negates the French shift, which is going to keep it at a 4-1. If you're indeed 6 strength, which I haven't peaked. And so... yeah. We want to shift the locus of this leftward. So we're actually going to do that. So we're going to attack across the river and give you back your French shift, and we're going to do a 4-1, straight up 4-1. Okay. And here we go. A 5. It's a good roll.
Switch down so everybody can see that. So 5, 4-1 is elite. So. Okay.
Poor, what is it, Ruffin? I forget. Ruffin, the 3rd Army commander. We all know he's going to be tried at a court-martial and it's not his fault. I
thought it was the 5th Army guy. Longezac was on the end.
Yeah, but I gave you the 3rd Army because that's your nearest headquarters.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I didn't look it up. So yes.
All right. So the poor chap. So let's see. We've got another stack hitting you. The next stack there, that's a straight up. It's a 4-1, so it's going to be a 5-1 with you being French because there's no river.
Yep.
And here we go. A 4
is eliminated as well. Okay. You can advance.
And then we're going to do it's not quite the exact same thing. 3, 6, 9, 12, 20 attacking 6 is going to be a 3-1, and you're French, so it's a 4-1. Here we go.
Yep.
A 3.
4-1 on a 3 is a 1-2, so they die, but take somebody with them. Oh.
First German division gets lost in this, and it's going to be the 17th Reserve. And boom. And now comes a tricky decision. Basically the what to do. I think we're going to be as boldly and blatantly aggressive as we can be in this situation. So we're going to start on the end there from Rocroi, and we're going to attack 9, attacking 3. So it's a 3-1, and your Frenchness is balanced out by rough terrain.
Yes.
But we're going to throw in that cav unit as a soak-off unit in case we take losses.
Okay.
So, no, wait a second. They can't actually attack because they'd have to be with infantry, stacked with infantry, if I recall correctly, to attack infantry.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So they can't squeeze along any further there. So, all right. So it's just going to be a straight up 3-1. Let's see what happens. Well, a 6 is a good roll.
That's neat. Okay.
And lastly, we're going to have another straight up 3-1, Frenchness being balanced by your rough terrain that you're in with the
Yep.
another straight 3-1. Yep. Let's see what happens. Oh, punch in the nose, finally.
So he does die. It takes 2 of you with him.
And we're going to lose the 10th Reserve and the 24th Division. Go to the Europe box. And we advance. All right. Well, we accomplished our objective, which was at minimal losses. Just obliterate that front line. And all right. So now what might be some of the more important attacks, actually. So that's 3, 6. We have 12 attacking 3. So it's a 4-1, 5-1 attacking Sedan.
Okay, so it's there.
So here we go. Here comes the roll. That's good. Sedan has been taken.
Okay.
And we're going to do that and that. And then, I forgot to add in the cav. And let's see. What about here? We are going to attack Longwy. Yep. And the 4th Army is going to add in some artillery. And that is a 3, 12, 21 attacking the 3 and Longwy. So that's a 7-1, and that is going to shift to 6-1 because of terrain, but back to 7-1 because you're French. So it's a 5-1 plus 2, which is a 4, which is a death.
Yeah.
And do we have any other attacks we're planning to get crazy with? I don't think so. Maybe. Nope. No others. And I think I'm done with my attacks here. So let me do a little housekeeping before we go to the east map. I'm going to grab all those resource markers, that get thrown down by the track, for all the things. So it's Bethune, Lens, Mons, and Longwy. I don't think I've missed any, have I?
Yeah, no, I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. So let me do that. And I'll pull those out, and then we can go to the east map.
Okay.
What do you think? I thought that was a successful turn for me.
Okay.
What's your? I'm just interested to kibitz. What's your take?
I think you just about have it covered. It was close, but
And
so
what was it? Mons and Lens Longwy Mons. Oh, Bethune. I'm probably just butchering all this French. All right, so that's that.
Yeah.
Over to the east map for a little fighting.
Okay. So right, let's zoom in here. Oops, not zoom out, zoom in. And right, what we have here, I think the First Army kind of got the message, but Second Army still interested. So we're going to attack what is it? Zoom in a bit further. Let me see. It's the 36th Reserve, which is 2 hexes east of Thorn.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's 2, 4, 4, and 6 is 10. So it's 3 to 1, becoming a 2 to 1.
Just because you're Russian.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's right. Yeah. 2 to 1, and let's uncover a die roll again, and we get a 4. On a 2 to 1 is 1, 2. So you're dead, and so am I. Oops. Yeah. Okay, and
I agree with you, David Eidelbach, but I think we're gonna see a massive amount of French reinforcements. The BEF arrive, and he's gonna have quite a few builds. So, well, I think positionally we might see a better. I might, who knows? We'll fight it out. I might get to Paris. It's possible, but my prediction is I think we'll see a stabilized front just further forward than it was historically. What's your guess there, Alan?
yeah, I mean, just analysing here, the sort of the really rather strict supply rules is I could put a few of your units out of supply here. I think I'm pretty sure if I take out Sedan and not Sedan, Mézières and Rocroi,
Right.
here, and Saint-Quentin, you've got some support from Le Cateau as 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I forgot to advance after combat, by the way, to Saint Quentin. So they're providing supply for that way, right?
Oh, okay, that's much better. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So
that's much better.
Yeah,
I'd have to attack. I'd have to create a hole to cut you off. But before that, if I was able to sneak through, just to take that hex, that gives you a cover. Then, well, still 1, 2, 3. Well, still, you could struggle with the guys on the end of that line. you've got Sedan, but if I stand in the way, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I could, the two stacks, which are just south of Rocroi, could be got at, because they can't be supplied from St. Quentin. Charleroi too far away, and Sedan's the only place. And if I kind of stand in the way, 1, 2, 3, I can cut those guys off. However, you'd probably cut me off.
These guys, you mean?
That guys and the guys next to them as well.
It's possible.
Yeah, those two. I can probably do that with that gap, but it's unforgiving for holes, certainly.
Right. My philosophy was it was a risk I was willing to take, and if you want to dance up there, you know what I'm saying? My thought was you're the one with the strategic dilemma. Right.
But
now.
It'll cost me 1 unit.
Right.
I can just send a unit straight through there, and that's it. Well, I'd have to occupy Mézières, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can go up to Rocroi and come back. 2, 4, 6. No, not quite. But anyway, yeah. So other than that, yeah, fine, no problems. I'm surprised you didn't do some stuff further south, to be honest. But anyway, right. That was. Were there any more Russians in the north?
Well, I really didn't. I didn't have the strength down there. I just don't feel like it's just worth it right now. I'd rather do what we were talking about last turn, which is hit you in the north, and I am starting to work you at the hinge.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay, and right. So Galician front now. So we have the 13th. Not sure what shit is. Which is next to Lutsk.
I have a question about the Oberst shit.
Yes.
Is that set in its status every strategic turn?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Absolutely. So you decide for the next turn to be able to use it once in the next set of operational turns.
Gotcha. Okay.
On the front that you pick. Yes. Right. Anyway, so yeah, the 13th shit here, which is 1 hex west of Lutsk. I've got 5, 10, 14, right? 14, which is a 4-1, going down to a 3-1.
Just because you're French.
Yeah.
Russian, I should say.
Just because I'm Russian, yes. So 3-1 and roll the dice. Oh, 6. Whoa.
That's called death.
That's dead. Indeed.
There you go.
Okay, and these guys will advance. Right, further round. You got a hex with an HQ behind it. Got 3. I've got. What was that one? Actually, I don't know that one. Let's start at the other end, actually. So, the 44th ship, which is 2 hexes along the line from Chernovitz.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, so I'm attacking that from 1 hex. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 to 3. It's 3-1, becoming a 2-1. Oh dear, another 6. 2-1, 6, 3. Well, he's dead. He's dead.
Europe. Go ahead.
So we will certainly push these guys forward.
I'm starting.
Okay, and what's up this guy? 2, 4, 6, 8.
Hello, Jordan. Good to see you. Good to have you on board.
that's the point. Actually, yeah, I'm not actually advancing there because I would actually put myself out of supply. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. That's fine. And we'll try. Yeah, we'll try for. Where is it? Brody. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 to 3. It's a 4 to 1. 3 to 1 for Russian. If you want to put the HQ on, it's a 2 to 1.
Where is this? Right here?
This, yeah, right. That's it. That's the guy. Yeah.
All right. Yes, we are indeed. We're going to support them with artillery. Flip.
So a 2 to 1 and a 1. The opposite. 2 to 1 and 1 is 2-0. So. Okay, and then down the south with the Serbs, we're going to continue to try and peel you off the Danube.
All right.
So on the extreme right of your line, you've got 3 in defence. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I counted that wrong. Never mind. 11. So that's 3 to 1.
Right.
Okay. So 3 to 1 there. A 4. And a 4 and 3 to 1 is 1, 2. So we lose a unit.
Sometimes I get subtle Guns of August flashbacks playing this because I'll see the 2, 3, 4 and I'll think 2, 4, 3.
Yeah.
It just
Oh yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. I'll do that. Okay. Right, and that's the East map.
So that is the East map. All right.
We do swapsies, yeah.
We'll swap East map.
So I'm going to zoom out on the East map. Is everybody able to see everything on this? With the two map screens there, it's not too tricky to see everything. Let me know. Yeah, looking dire for the French. Yeah, I think lack of Belgians and British is it's a significant loss here. Absolutely. Yeah, what are we going to do here? So let's start at the bottom here. So, oops, there we go. Right, so clogged up the lines, that's fine.
I don't want to do that.
See.
where are the holding boxes. Trying to see where the graveyard. There it is. Well, no, but we're still here. Well, if you guys had questions or comments, I'd be chatting, but it's been kind of quiet in the chat. It looks to me like I'm done with the East. It looks to me that Alan's looking to do like some last punch me in the mouth attacks in Alsace here.
No.
Oh, quite the opposite. I'm reading you completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Alan, let me amend that. Alan's getting ready to do a lot of strategic movements.
Yeah.
All right. Alan's like, you couldn't have been more wrong. I've been having a lot of fun today. I've been channeling my inner Braxton Bragg this week. Well, today anyway. I'm starting up Great Battles of the American Civil War, like the big Battle of Murfreesboro campaign, live streaming it, with Ardwolf on tomorrow. And so I kind of ran with this joke that what I'm doing, in both Twitter and the Facebook page for the group for the Great Battles of the American Civil War, Alan, yeah. I've run with this joke that in preparation to be Bragg, I'm basically barking orders at my entire household, and when they ask follow-up questions or want clarification, I then sarcastically insult their abilities to comprehend my instructions. So just preparing to get in character as Bragg. So I actually find so that led to a little role playing on the Facebook page as people would respond, and then I would answer them the way Bragg would a subordinate commander. Yeah, that was fun. So kind of enjoying it. Enjoying being the martinet who nobody likes and ends up being my undoing. Right now, my plan is to have in terms of method acting for this game, is to probably by September start to have a nervous breakdown because of the damage you'll be doing to me in the East, and then probably undergo a personality change.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it sensibly, I'm not sure there's actually too much I can do about your Schlieffen wing. The lack of the Belgians and the British is pretty. I mean, there's absolutely no roadblocks. You're moving. I'm not sure even the reinforcements coming through are going to really help that much.
I think they will. So we may even. My prediction is I think we may fight a battle at Paris or like the gates of Paris or something like that, right?
Yeah, certainly, yes. Yeah.
Right, but I think the wheel will turn. I just don't see that I'm going to be able to win it early, like despite the massive success I'm having, right? Yeah. I've looked at your next turn's reinforcements and it frightens me.
There is a lot, yes, that's true.
Right, and I know that you can build 6 of the units that I killed back, killed, and I tried to kill many, right? Mm-hmm. But you're going to certainly get 6 of them back, and you're going to get the BEF, and so what I'm going to do is see a line. Now the question is, for you, right? I don't know. Yeah, I can't predict it.
I mean, the thing is you're happily got a short line with big stacks at the moment, and it's not going to be possible for you to do.
Right. So once
the club has to kind of spread out, if you like.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. But I mean, the thing is, the BEF will turn up in Le Havre on the strategic turn, so you've got another turn before the BEF do anything.
Right, right.
For starters. It's just that it's the French reinforcements. The BEF are kind of out for 2.5 turns, if you like. Anyway, so I'm losing track now.
Sorry.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, but that's to your the point you're making is the point I'm acceding to, right? So that club is going to
Yeah,
get dispersed this next turn.
it is. Yeah,
There's no way it can be a club anymore.
No, indeed. Um,
And I think September is going to be a very interesting month,
mm,
as will October. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Mm.
no rush. I'm going to take like a
Mm.
quick 5 minutes here. You've got a lot of thinking to do. I
Yeah,
think, frankly, more thinking than I need to make on the West. As much thinking as I have to do. So I'll be back in like 5, 7ish.
yeah. Okay.
All right. All right, I've returned.
Okay. Click, swipe forward, and yeah. Okay.
Oh, when is supply done? Is it after for each side after each combat for the other side
Yes.
after the combat phase? All right, so
Each combat phase.
so Lil is dead. I should have.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And Mauberge, yeah, I'll explain that to the audience while you're finishing your moves. Mauberge is in what's called fortress supply. So if they stay put in Mauberge, they're in supply, and if they leave, they're not in supply. So because they won't be able to trace. So it's something I'll have to deal with. But right now they're like MacArthur and Bataan, you know.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, you do need to mask them to try and get them to surrender. If not, then
Right.
they could wonder next turn.
Right.
Certainly, they could wonder next turn. Okay, so I think that's probably it for the moment.
I see you're annoyed with my cavalry unit in Reims. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of him. Also, your guy in Sedan, I think, because that would definitely knock out a few of your guys for supply.
Oh, where?
So where Mézières is, basically the guys left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Guys two to the left. So that line of three with Mézières as the gap, those guys will be out of supply. If I take there's two units there. Oh, wait a minute. It's probably not going to work. Okay. No, rethinking. Sorry. Need to put that guy back. Guy there. Okay. I was going to check my reinforcements actually because I think I get more HQs. Yes, I do. That's fine. Okay. Right. So yeah, that's that.
Any attacks? I'm sure you have a couple.
So actually, except for the one in Reims, I don't think I do.
All right, let's do Reims.
Okay, so I've got 5-1 with the artillery, 6-1 down to 1 for being French. I think
and it's a city, so I think there's another.
Yeah, so it's 4-1 then.
Correct.
So flip that. So on the 4-1, yeah, I should get you. It's the main thing. So yeah, let's do that. 2. 1, 2. So yeah, I lose a unit.
And that's that. So by my reading here, I'm going to lose this guy, these guys, and these guys. Everybody else is in supply from Le Cateau.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. Over to the east map. I have no attacks.
Okay. Um, no attacks. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. Well, yes, it's strategic withdrawal up north. That's fine. Okay, Russia, Poland, and yeah, kind of the same thing here as well. So yeah, and oh well, the Serbian said boo, and
Yes, I was.
ran away.
I want no needless attrition.
Yeah,
You
none of that stuff.
As
Get away.
there used to be an ad, when I was a kid, wine, what was it? Orson Welles used to say, "We will sell no wine before it is time."
Hmm.
I will not expose myself to any more Serbian attacks until I'm ready to conquer Serbia.
Yeah, so
So
back on the Timis River line.
yeah,
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes, and as I say, it's difficult for the Serbs to go too far anyway.
right.
But certainly, there was an event. I think it's Serb typhus, which kind of really cripples them as well. So it's usually a temporary thing. Right. No attacks there. So that's August 2.
Right.
So right. So we're on to the strategic turn A.
Let's go to the sequence of play.
Oh, strategic move. I need to do the strategic move first. So,
Yes.
Right. So with the okay. So the guys from Belfort, two guys here. Let me just check the rules so I'm doing things correctly. I've done this for a very long time. Strategic movement. Results. No.
Now, to do a strategic move, you have to be in a town, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, I screwed that up.
Yeah, town to town.
Will you let me have a Bogart? That being the case, I would have just left. It's only the HQs. I would have left them in Mons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
That's pretty much all I have. So, yeah, we're gonna
start adjacent, but not adjacent. Okay.
Let me see if I have any in the east. I don't have many.
So, nice from Belfort. They will. I'm just moving along so I can see where I'm going.
So you can start adjacent, but not end adjacent, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. So,
okay. You look at the national limits for Austria-Hungary. Oh, it's wrapped up with the German one. All right, so I've done 6, 7, 8. The strategic move is in the strategic turn, correct? Is that what we're starting with?
No. It's at the end of the August 2 turn. So there's a strategic movement at the end of each operational turn.
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, and it means the fortress units still can't move, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Strategic turn.
Right. Look at the sequence of play for that. And 3 turns. So resource phase. New units scheduled to arrive during the strategic turn in their available unit boxes. So that's a lot of moving.
You've got a bunch.
Yeah. Where's my book? My box is on the east map, I think.
Yes, it is.
That's something at least.
I don't have many, and I'm gonna.
You want to do yours first? Yeah, just get.
I think I have just 3.
Yeah.
And they're A's. What is A? Oh, it just means
A is strategic turn A. Yeah.
And so you put them where in the holding box?
Yeah. So central powers available units. So it's in the top left-hand corner of the west map. So just plonk them in there for the moment.
All right, top left-hand corner. Find it. Okay. This map-to-map stuff is tricky. Okay. Aha. Okay.
Right, so
there you go. Have at it.
That's it.
It's all you.
The rest of them is minis. There's no Austrians to have. No. Okay. So French with box. Let's see that. Yeah. It's the opposite end of the map. Lovely. Okay, so we'll just pick those guys out and ferry them down here.
The module's fairly decent. It could use a little things like moving those boxes to like boxes in the module itself. But other than that, it's they're trying to deal with a lot by having the different maps and enabling players to move on them differently. And it's
representation of it. So that's all of A. Yes. Okay. So right. All events labeled to enter play during the current strategic turn are placed in their respective sides of event pool. So that's the draw cups, isn't it?
All right, let me get rid of. I think we have to get rid of the pre-war events first. So let me delete those.
Oh, there we go. Yes, of course. Yeah. So.
Do we get an events in the game turn A?
To be honest, I can't remember.
All right, but we load up the cup, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right.
PWE. It's getting them out of my pool area, so I'll delete. Right. So the event chits. Where are they? And the pieces area, presumably. Markers. Okay.
They must be there. They do have a draw cup.
Yeah,
but,
they do.
But they might be.
I was expecting them to be in the holding box, the reinforcements holding box.
They might be on the map though somewhere. In one of those boxes. Let's.
Do bear with us, listeners. While we try and sort out where they should have. It might be that they. No.
I don't think
they're definitely not in the reinforcement boxes. No. Holding box. No. Draw cup. Maybe if I expand somewhere. No, they're not there either. Okay. It's not in the markers.
German trenches. Nope. It's all trench stuff. Now let me look at the West map. Would be quite horrible if they forgot to put them in the module, wouldn't it?
Well, surely they must have.
Yeah, I fail to see how that oversight was made. Especially since they got the pre-war events in there. I mean,
yes, exactly. But they were markers, weren't they? Yeah. PWE. It's almost like there should be like a reinforcements. No, they would be put out there. So yeah, that would be there. Very little stuff here, aren't we?
Pieces.
Can't see anything in pieces. Are they on one of the maybe they're languishing on the Near East map somehow? I'll just have a quick look.
I looked and I didn't see any, but you might have better success than I do.
I'm just wondering. Was it something they would miss out of the module to keep you honest, kind of thing?
No. Well,
so it seems a bit strange.
I don't think that. They left out all the charts and stuff, obviously. But this module was made ages ago, so I wonder if they indeed left all the.
Oh, I need to bring click the turn mark. Right. Ah, okay.
Where you found them?
No.
Oh.
Running out of places to look, to be honest. Because they look like the sort of Bethune Longwy kind of look. They're sort of deep, dual-sided. Well, let's complete the rest of the strategic turn, and we'll dig around. I'll then keep everybody waiting. How about that?
Yeah, let me look at those while you're doing that. Let me look at what's next. Let me flip. No, they're not there.
Oh, that's a possibility. Let me just pick these up. So I'm just trying to be clever here and see if they're in the stacks somewhere. Can't see them.
Oh, like where the reinforcements were?
Yeah, so they're just inside the stacks, but I thought they were sort of slightly. They weren't the same as one of the national colours. Can't see them. No, they're not there. No. Okay.
They're not here.
They're not here. That's yeah, they're just not here. Okay. Well, I mean, if it is to the case that actually it doesn't have the chits, I do have the chits, although of course you can't see them, Pat.
I trust you fully.
Yeah.
Right.
I must admit, I will have to dig them out because, I haven't got them right in front of me. But anyway, let's carry on the strategic turn and we can wind back the strategic stuff. Yeah, let's do it that way. I just wondered maybe there isn't any.
Yeah, they should say front Allied Central Powers, G, Hague Offensive. They just aren't there. All right. So
anyway, next. What do we do? The rest of the resource phase. So, that was the wrong one. Okay, resource phase. All the events, all resource points due this turn are added to the respective totals recorded on the general records track. So, you don't get any. I get.
No, I get them when starting B or C, something like that.
B. You do get B. You get some German and Austrian ones on B. And I just get British and French now. British is very useful. Where's my the track is on the west map, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So the French go up to 6 and British go to 1. Okay. Source points done. RP's done.
Now, is there an interplay with the resources and the events?
Yeah, so you get, so Germany may receive additional RPs for resource X's controlled by the Central Powers. So 516. So, you might actually get some.
Yes, I get 4 from Bethune, Lens, Longwy, and Mons.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
You'll be on the 4.
Boom. Okay.
Okay. Now, I can transfer RPs to the Russians.
Right.
Particularly up to 6 British or French resource points to Russia during every resource phase in which, Constantinople is Allied control or Turkey has surrendered, or Turkey hesitates. That was part of the Turkey hesitates thing.
Right.
And also we could transfer to 6 French or 6 British to Serbia.
Right.
Provided that Salonika is Allied controlled, and it isn't.
Right.
And you can transfer German resource points to any other Central Powers nation in 6 total, spread out. So you could send the Austrians some if you wanted to.
I think I'm going to keep that. So with these resource points that I've received this turn, just for, obviously not from Germany, but for the occupied resources, right? It's 1-for-1 bringing units back, correct, from the dead, like for replacements, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, the Austrians unfortunately are going to have to deal. So yeah, I'm not sending any.
Yeah. No. Okay. Right. We can also take emergency replacements. So France before the play of the French Mutiny event, and Germany in 1915 and 17. So you're in 14, so you can't.
Right.
May each invoke emergency replacements once during each resource phase. Each time the French do it, you add one VP to the CP total. Each time
Right.
Germany votes is one CP VP is reduced. So I think I'm going to do that for the French.
Oh, speaking by the way of victory points,
Yes.
we should have accrued them now too.
Yeah,
So
we'll count them now in the strategic turn. Yes.
okay.
I'm not sure
So
exactly where. Yeah, it's probably in the lists there, but we haven't got to it yet. Okay, so right, so the British.
oh, it's victory check. It's the first thing.
Oh, no? Oh, did I miss it? Started from the check for regular victory described in. Oh, it's on a different rule section. So yeah,
It comes before the
18.1.
resource phase. Yes.
Completely different section.
At the very end of the playbook, by the way, like the last
Yeah.
page, it's got like a quick strategic letter turn sequence.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, right. So it's a victory check, resource, strategic warfare, replacement, revolutions,
Yeah.
fortress surrender, Turkish surrender, initiative determination, and then turn record. So really, victory check is first. So all right. So is it one? What are they? The starred cities essentially?
Yes. That's
All
correct.
right. So I get nothing for the Belgian cities,
No.
but I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the and let's Zabaville one. Yes, 6 for French cities. So all right. So I have 6 victory points.
Yeah.
I will move that up, which is important for the Turkey thing. All right, and that's it. And I don't think you've grabbed any. Oh, let me double check.
So I'll give you a seventh to do the emergency resource anyway.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay. So I get two dice worth of more RPs up to a limit of 7.
Okay.
So I'm sending the British one to the Russians.
Okay.
I'll roll for the French. So that's 2d6. Is everybody still with us? Yeah.
Yeah, that's still there. Yeah.
Little.
Just quiet. Hi, Coldano.
So 2 dice, a 3, and a dark. I didn't get 7, I get 5. So 5 there. So that's 11. Which I think it's worth a victory point, but there you go. Right, and let's just have a look at the graveyard. See how many French people are in there. So, oh, I've got a load of Russians in there as well. So that's
Yeah, you really took a bath on your Russian attacks that first turn. That's what hurt you. There were a lot of ones going on your attacks, if I recall correctly.
So I think we'll give the Russians a couple. We won't give the Serbs any.
What is the Allied cities held marker for? Is that a thing you track or a thing I track?
Again, can't remember. Have to look at that.
I'll look it up. You do what you're doing.
So yeah, I've done my RPs now. So we're back to the strategic turn.
Let's see. Allied cities.
Okay, we flip our HQs back to full strength. So while you're looking up, I'll flip yours as well, if there is any. Yeah.
Let's see. It's something we're supposed to track indeed, but it doesn't. Let me see.
I don't have any HQs on this side, so let's add on. Did you do any others? Oh, the Austrian HQs you used.
Oh, those are Central Power cities you control. It's for victory determination. So, right. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you spent your resources?
No, I haven't spent them. I've just collected them and organised them.
Okay, all right.
I just flipped back the headquarters for everybody.
All right, all right.
Okay, just to note, on strategic turns B and C, no headquarters get flipped back.
Interesting. Okay.
We run out of shells.
Right, shell shortages. Got it.
Yes. Near East resource points, I don't think we do that. We don't do that yet. Resource hexes, you've got those. Okay. Transfers we've done. Emergency replacements we've done. Okay, then strategic warfare, U-boat warfare, strategic bombing. I don't think we've got any of those chits out yet, so I don't think nothing happens then. Replacement phase. They now return previously eliminated ground units to play by purchasing them from the dead pile with resource points. And if you've got 2-step units, that's the Bulgarians and the British and the Americans, I think, you can flip them back up. If they have a dot, you can't replace them. And each step is worth 1 RP, and they're put in the available units box.
So I have a question for you. So my west and east setups don't matter anymore when I'm rebuilding units, correct? It's just
let's see if okay. I think so. Yeah, you could put them where you like, I believe.
all right.
Yeah, so it's you're only putting them into the available units box, and you've only got one of those, so they just go back there.
Right. Hello.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you put them in your available units box when you build per resource point, correct?
Yes,
right.
That's right.
So yeah, we're spending our 4 obviously, and
let's look at the graveyard here. So 3 Russians. It's just 2, 3. That's it. And then we have 9 for fetch. So that's all I spent. Available units box. Let's bring that in as well. So it's 3 more Russians and 9 more French. Okay. Close the graveyard. So yep, we've done that.
then we go to the. There's no Russian revolutions, I'm sure.
Nope.
There's no fortress surrender phase.
Nope.
There's no Turks aren't in the war. Initiative determination. I think the Germans still have initiative if I recall correctly, but the Central Powers will let me check.
Yeah, until the Americans appear.
Right. And then
So you decide which theatre you want the initiative in.
the West.
Yeah,
And
surprisingly.
it's OHL OBE Oberos time, I believe, as well.
Yeah, but yep, immediately after the determine decides whether you use OHL or Operost.
We're going to use OHL.
Okay.
Let me grab it and throw it on the West front.
Okay. Oh, there's no events until strategic turn C anyway.
Oh, all right.
No, so maybe they are in the reinforcements. Then I'll have a look. That then goes on to.
We're going to put OHL in Antwerp. That's how we'll track that there. All right.
Okay, I think that's it for the strategic turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So how are we doing? Yeah. So, do you want to check? Strategic turn C.
Yeah, I think you should probably just end up. We should probably just end
Yeah.
up doing the chits there.
Yeah, just checking to see. No, I can't see them.
It's really an amazing oversight in the module. I'm kind of very disappointed by that.
Yeah. Just making sure. No.
No, they're not in there. And I assumed they were in there because they had the pre-war events in there. Yeah, and they had the cups.
Yeah. Maybe it is a maybe it is a keeping you honest device.
I doubt it because why would they have the draw cups?
Yeah.
It's a complete.
Maybe we're missing something here. There's something we're not seeing. So we'll study that anyway. We'll study that.
Right.
Okay. So shall we? Do you mind? We knock it on the head now. I think we've got past the strategic turn.
Let's see. Why don't we go? Let me look at the sequence of play. Like I'm wondering if we could do like a skosh of the. There's no event phase. There's just a new units phase, weather determination, which doesn't matter, and then the first mutual movement. And we've only got a half an hour. Why don't we do new units and just know? Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that.
So how does that work? We'll find out.
Okay, so yeah, you can place in any supplied city or town.
Right.
Fortress, I think. That's a playbook. We're doing the wrong thing here.
Look at the contents.
New units, page 31, section 13.
Okay. 31.
So, there we go. Place any friendly controlled supplied city hex within your home country. So not towns, just cities. Stacking limits applied during placement. All newly arriving units have their full movement and combat abilities available on their turn of placement. Stacking limits must be observed. I do all my units before you do yours. Okay.
Right.
This might be a little while. Okay, can't place stuff in the Near East. British units may be placed in any Allied controlled port on the Western or Italian front maps. This is in addition to any placement due to Allied sea movement. I don't suppose I get.
They may also be placed in a friendly controlled supplied hex, occupied or adjacent to a supplied HQ of the same nationality.
Yes.
Up to one stack. in Europe. Well, that's a wide berth. Let me see what I'm going to do. And you go first, right?
Okay, as an exception above restrictions, German, French, and British units being replaced by HQ may be placed in any combination of hexes in or adjacent to their respective HQs,
Right.
as long as all other placement restrictions are not violated, including the single stack's worth of units per HQ. Okay, so you could have 6 units coming in per HQ, but you don't have to have them in the same hex. Is how I read that.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I remember you could have spread them out a bit. So that's German, French, and British only. Okay, right. So let's go on the east, shall we first? Because we've got the units next door, and so
Hey, Nathan, how you doing?
So I have some HQs in here, but I can't use them as reinforcement point, as the plate, sort of new units. Pulling it out of the mix. They're a little bit intermingled. There's a few different types of units here as well. Good, bad, and the ugly, actually. Okay. So the HQs, we have 5. So that would be certainly 2 in the north. So 1 and there.
Yeah, I think it's a keeper, Nathan. I agree with you.
Oh, you're getting up. Of course you are over in Oz. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Okay, so it just has to go to cities. So, actually, I can't go there. It has to go populate. So cities would be Warsaw, Kovno, Vilna, Kiev.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do the Germans because it's
Yeah,
I'm on a different map and I know where they're going and it isn't gonna.
Yeah, no, sure. actually tricky to place as Russians because there's actually not that many cities.
Right. Yeah. It's you're just and you, oh, that's right. You can't even do headquarters placement either. Yeah. Yeah. The Russians are just yeah. It's a really simple way of implementing like the bad railroad system.
Yeah. So in the south, I've got Kiev, and that's it.
They it's I think he did a fantastic job of implementing infrastructure without having there be railroads and railroad rules, etc.
Yes.
That's aside from the simultaneous movement, that's a huge.
So Kiev, yeah. So Kiev, Kovno.
And really, at the strategic level, you don't really need to be worrying about that. But most games, that focused on this conflict did. Oh, this rail line and the gauges and stuff, and I just like the assumption that about the assumptions about how supply works and what he's calling a city or not, like for it, how he's modeling the Russian logistics. Like you've got Kiev and Odessa. That's in the south. There aren't a whole there's the infrastructure just doesn't exist. You've got to get it up there.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Russians done. There's no Serbs. So we're on to the other map. Yeah, do you want to swap maps? For bring your Austrians on, or have you already done that?
I did not build any Austrians.
Oh, okay, there aren't any. Okay, so it's just the Germans. Okay.
Or did I get on? Do I get Austrian RPs this turn? We
no.
didn't talk. Yeah. So all I got were the captured RPs for the Germans, right?
Yeah, but
right.
you could have given us the Austrians. You didn't do that.
And I gave them squat. Correct. Yeah.
So I've presumably also got my BEF finally.
They're stuck in the trap of the German alliance. I look over there and they're doing quite well. So why help them out? I'm sure Conrad and, Franz Joseph would disagree.
Yeah. So let's just have a quick look at that. Shit. So I've streeted at Le Havre, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's cool. So they can all stack. Just okay. Right. So that's the Brits done. That was easy. Now the French. So okay. Let's get down a bit here. We've got various versions of the French here, so let's. Oh, we've got some. Actually, we got some pretty rubbish coming in. Some of them are not good. HQA. Cavalry. Actually, that here. It's not necessarily that impressive, I would say. Okay, so.
I'm quite impressed. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but quite a lot of it is pretty uninspiring, shall we say. So round Paris.
I think you called it right pre-game. I think we're going to be fighting around the Oys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sticks and these guys in Paris. I've got another HQ to place. Which we can place down there.
If I recall correct, the Germans never took Boulogne, Calais, and Dunkirk, did they?
No, they didn't. No. Yeah, that is a city. That's cool. Now we know what we're doing. The other HQ put in Rouen. That's a new one. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that's it. That's all my units. So yeah, so I'm done. And you're done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay, that get you then. Right. Well, okay. Well, that's nicely poised, and we're almost on the 2 hour mark, so we're ready to go with the movement phase of September 1, isn't it? September 1, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's that's about wraps it up for us tonight. Yeah. Okay, Pat.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, got to double figures again. Again, very impressive. Thanks very much for watching us, especially all the way through. Especially this last bit, which was a little bit, counter counting. But yeah, do join us next Tuesday for the next exciting installation. Pat doesn't know this, but actually there won't be a Tweezer Thursday next week, unfortunately. We'll see if we can arrange something, but I'm actually moving my daughter about 200 miles away for the second half of the week and into the weekend. So we might have to forego the Thursday session, but certainly on Tuesday we'll still be going, and we'll rattle through some September terms. Yeah, and until Tuesday, thanks for supporting the channel. Hope it's been entertaining, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers.